The decision by Mr. Sunak not to go to Omaha Beach on Thursday in order to give an interview at ITV was a catastrophe, was a gift, say senior Tories, to Mr. Farage. And because Farage could then say, as he did last night, that he had deserted veterans, and with an average age of 100 in Normandy. And he was a complete and utter disgrace. Well, I stand with Farage to mimic, what's the name of Cameron and, the Lib Dem boy anyway. I can't remember his name now. I don't suppose it matters too much. The point is, Farage has had his moment. I don't know whether that moment will then continue all the way through to the general election. We've still got quite a lot of weeks to go. And even when you think of the Nick Clegg moment in the election broadcasts all the way back before the Conservative Lib Dem coalition, it didn't have a huge impact on the number of seats, really. That sort of energy which he got at the beginning of that period dissipated very quickly. And you might find that Farage's energy dissipates fairly quickly. Farage is very good at holding a television audience. He's rather brilliant at it, in fact. Not necessarily the best, but he is good. He is good, as indeed is Jacob Rees-Mogg. Both of them could well, I was going to say could well make a career out of television news, but I'm not sure that's entirely true. They do very well. But the real experts do better. They do it better. But as a second career, it's okay. And so Farage ought to have done better than he did last night, and he really didn't. And maybe Farage will have to go back to doing Cameo messages. And if Farage doesn't, and if you're looking for somebody to do a Cameo message for you, I'm more than happy. I'm on the list. So you could send me the rude Cameo messages to do, and I will find my way of steering through them. I take a point of reading what I say before I say it, which Mr. Farage clearly doesn't. When Mr. Farage is presented with an auto cue, clearly he's not terribly good at it. As indeed, Have I Got News for You pointed out very well with his Hugh Janus. All it needed was a little pause in between. You put it together as Farage did, and he sounds a twit. Was he in on that joke? I really don't think so. This is not a man who likes to mock himself. On the other hand, he's not afraid to bare his bottom to the world. So, I don't think he stands hugely on ceremony. But, as I say, if he can't do the cameos because he's too busy spending 5 years with his head locked into what is the place he's standing at? Why can't I remember anything? It's getting very late. Anyway, Clacton with his head locked into Clacton. I'm sorry, he won't have time for Cameo. I'm here to take his place. And meanwhile, what he says about Sunak is right. And Sunak has scored an own goal in the reform goal. So stupid. But I think he's done more than that. I think he's possibly damaged the Conservative brand for a number of generations, if it can recover at all. And I think we might well find not only will there be a significantly larger Labour Party than I was anticipating, but I think we might find that the opposition is not at all as clear as might have been imagined even a week ago. Sunak has had a disastrous campaign. He called the election without consultation with other members of the government, with the cabinet, and I think he's putting too much faith in Isaac Levido and the boffins in number 10. And clearly, if they can't come out with a brolly, they're not really worth employing, are they? They have no sense of loyalty, they have no sense of occasion, and they have no sense of what's right. But, I don't want to give Mr. Sunak the opportunity to say, their fault, they did it. It's all on him. It's all on him, on his shoulders, like some sort of Japanese salad.